Hey, what's up, guys? Beeler here again. Here to do the daily stock watches review for April 30th, last day of April. May's here. And today on the list for the live stream, we did Cat, Nvidia, AMD, Beyond, BA, Facebook, Roku, and Home Depot. Just leave this up for a second. Take a screenshot, whatever you want to do. I'm going to move this over here. So here on Cat, our break above was 120, which is the pre-market high. I said be wary and going long today. Below 118. First confirmation is trend break on the 5 minute. Second is our crucial support. Target 117. Second target's 115.60s to 116. Right here broke below 118. It even gave you super strong confirmation, giving you tons of resistance against our break below, giving you great entry here on Caterpillar. And it even went down below our first target, under 117. It even went down to our second target. So I'm really glad that I wrote that. I wrote 1560s as my lowest target, and here it is, hitting it. So that's perfect. Straight to the point. That was straight to the T play right there. You had your retracement. It had hit resistance here on the pre-market level that we set, and it dropped. Nothing better than that. It even gave you confirmation to stay in the trade with your lower high, your lower high, your lower high, your lower high. Trend break wasn't until over here, but by then you probably should have gotten out anyway because it hit our price target. I just covered that in the other video too that I posted today. How to stay in a trade longer. Nvidia is dying, as you can tell. Above 299.50, below 292.80. So it never really came up to hit this, so you never really got an early entry. If this would have came up here and rejected this and came down, you could have played puts right here. If you want to be versatile on these levels, you can long this, you can short this, you can play both sides of these levels. You just need confirmation, that's it. Here you had confirmation to maybe play calls. Bounced off of the break below level. Even went up a few dollars, so that was actually a really good play right there if you would have gotten on that. Kind of had a false breakout here on Nvidia. That's totally fine, but it is lunchtime, so I kind of try to tell everyone to not trade during this time. If you do happen to wait for this time, you'll get some clean entries, but you just have to watch the bigger picture. Like I tell all of you guys in all the videos, you want to watch the bigger picture. And again, support, support, support. It never broke under there again. So, Nvidia was kind of a tough one today in between our ranges. It's totally fine, though. AMD. Just got to be patient. AMD, I said above 54.15 and below 53. This line's wrong. And below 53, which that's 53.10. That's close enough. But here we had resistance against the line on both those candles. So that would have been a really good entry on that. Confirmed downtrend when you made a lower high. Again, you could have sold here, but it did make a lower high. And since there wasn't a price target, and you guys need to try and get good at this. You need to go and set your own price targets. I'm not going to set price targets for every single one every time. That's ridiculous. If you were into this trade, you should have easily been looking at where you could have got out. Oh, it's the 4 hour. Whoops. Let me go to the 1 hour. Back it up. Go find a past line where you could have exited. So you saw that it came down here. This is where price ended today. And your entry is way over here, right? You want to find another spot that you can aim at. So you see this spot? Let's delete that line. This spot right here. This would have been a good price target. I didn't even look over here to see if it was still on there. I just had to make sure I was still in the day, so I wasn't just choosing random crap out in the void. But I chose this line because it has a resistance. This is where it gapped up from. You look over to the right. Support. So this is a solid line to put. That should already be on your chart. What is this? Entry. Confirm to stay in. Exit. You went below it. Take your profit. And you even could have... This would have been really good because if you would have kept it, it would have came up and you would have needed to sell here around your price target. But that's a really good way to set a price target. So please use that. If this helps you, please drop me a comment on the video. Let's see. Beyond, I said above 100, be wary of the gap range at 102s. Below 97.75, support range between 94 to 96. So above 100, solid play. I said be wary of the gap range at 102. So that'd be a pretty good price target to start taking profits. So you would have got a good scalp out of Beyond today. Below 97.75. It didn't really ever come back down to that. But here's a small little tip. Since I did say the gap range at 102s, you could short from them as well. So here at this 10, let's just change this to 102, just so we're all on the right page. 102. You could have set this as the level that you short from if you ever saw it break below that again, because it's the bottom of the gap range. Bottom of the gap range was actually that number I just edited, that 101.89 or whatever that was. That would have been where you shorted from, which if you look, what is this? Is that a bear flag? Oh, it's nice. See, I had a lot of confirmation there. And please, draw lines. Even if you don't think it's a pattern, at least try. Because patterns tell a lot of stories. If you're in a big trend on a 1 hour, you can draw so many patterns. It's a lot of fun. Good practice, too. On BA, I only set a break below. I said break below 135.30, watch 133.50 for a re-entry. It actually started there on the 5 minute. Came back down and actually hit my price target for re-entry, which this was going to be my true entry to break below because that was such a tight range. You wouldn't have been able to make much on BA. But breaking this one would have been the gold mine to get in. That wick, though, it didn't body up enough. It pulled its dress up and it decided to catch a support and bounce from there. So that's really clean to go over. But definitely, you could definitely play these lines versatile. You want to be on both sides of the play there. Facebook, ER reaction levels, be weary. I said, yeah, Facebook did nothing today. I did make money on this today, though, but that's because I entered very early today. Above 212.75, below 205.30. Oh, I might have moved that down for the list, but I actually entered on the actual pre-market low. I entered on this candle. I entered very early. And then I stayed in the trade. Lower high, lower high. Never came back above my level, so I stayed in the trade. And people were like, it's pumping, it's pumping. It's not pumping. You're still in your trend. These trade in waves, ranges. They don't just go up and down. Never came back up, never came back up. Lower high, lower high. Started to try and break trend here, but it's at the end of the day I didn't get too worried, so I turned it into a swing. So I did swing my Facebook put. I decided to cut the weaker strike for next week, which was the 187.50s, and I kept my 197.50. Better Greeks, better theta, stronger contracts, so I decided to keep that one. Looks like it's going to be profiting if it stays this way. But then again, don't get worked up over after hours, because this could easily bounce right back up. So I don't ever really get worked up over my positions whenever it's after hours. Even Tesla. Here on Roku, I said above 121. Watch 122 as resistance. So 121 was right here. Decided the bull flag at my line. Very strong confirmation. Good to just get in on them as you see them break above the high of the flag. Very strong. 122, that would have been a good price target to sell at, but since that's only $1 away and you were in this much momentum, you probably wouldn't even have the chance to even try and sell. So good job if you did end up just selling as fast as you could, because it did end up just stopping. It did come back down and try to find support on our entry as well as our price target level. We're just kind of cascaded down the rest of the day. I think all this ER has a lot of investors just chilling. It seems like most of our movements in extended hours nowadays. So let's go to the last one. HD. Squeeze on the 4 hour. Break below or break above 221.50s passive level, so be weary. Break below 217. It just range traded all day, so we hadn't even got in on that one. But that's still good to mark. I'm still glad that I posted as much notes as I did, because it did help out a little where it was possible. Not every list will be the same, but sometimes I add notes, sometimes I add passive aggressive, sometimes I do price targets, sometimes I do extra little notes to keep you updated during the trade. Sometimes I'll post the chart on that trade during the day. It just really depends on what I see and how I react to it, as how everything should be. But make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.